How's it going, everybody? You're out and about with John, and we're here at the Columbia Plateau Trail State Park. Now, I've received a lot of questions about that, and and comments. We'll go over that here in a second, but I just thought I'd take a walk around and kind of show you what's what, and I'll include some maps of how I went down to the spot that I went to get the footage over the last couple weeks. So as you can see, we're here at the Columbia Plateau Trail State Park. I'm going to head closer to the sign. Also note, no fireworks. So hopefully I don't fall on my rear end while stepping through the snow and the ice here. Here's kind of a close-up of the diagram. This was part of the SPNS rail corridor, which was built by James J. Hill, the Empire Builder, as the Spokane, Portland, Seattle Railway. It was completed in 1908. So this is just a backup here. Get a quick look at the map. This is a trail that I worked off of a whole bunch, or at least 2 or 3 times. We're gonna cross the tracks here. And it looks like the trail's starting to thaw out a little bit. They've gotten a little bit of snow on top of it. But you gotta hike in about 1.5 miles or 2 miles this way, and it'll take you to the spot where I shot my footage here. The bulk of the footage I shot heading east up this line about 1.5 miles was of the Burlington Northern Santa Fe, and I might have caught in a Union Pacific down there, but don't hold me to that. I don't ever recall catching a Union Pacific train. But with this line here, which is UP, and that line over there, you got a couple BNSF lines there. They all kind of come together at that spot. And I have a real rudimentary diagram, but I'll show that to you here in a second. Walk along here, so I apologize if the video is a little shaky. Of course, this is me walking. So if you kind of look towards the east here, this is a UP line crossing over at a grade crossing. I'm going to make sure I kind of back off and get off the line here because I want to stay safe. But a lot of times your trains will come out of Spokane and they'll start heading west, and I think I caught a footage of a grainer there a couple weeks back, and this was the spot. And then if you turn around, and this is probably going to get washed out pretty good because of the sun or messed up. This is towards the west. Again, this is of the UP line. So hence the sign here. Report problem or emergency, dial 1-800-848-8715. So here at the Columbia Plateau Trail State Park, it's kind of a pay-to-play deal. We're gonna step over here, and they have some fees posted on the sign. They require that you have a Discover Pass, because I do believe this is a it's a state park. It's gonna be a state mandated fee. And as expected, fee area $10 a day or $30 a year. I can tell you my pass at Fred Meyer's ran me about $35. So, and if I remember correctly, you can put 2 cars on your pass. This is good all throughout Washington State, so it's just something to keep in mind. If you want to come here, it'll either cost you $10 a day or about $35 a year. As I mentioned earlier, there's a ton of snow and ice on this trail. I know over the last 2 weeks when I went in, there was about an inch or two of, well, at least an inch of ice, and then you had snow on top of that. And it looks like it's thawing out a little bit, but if you don't have spikes to put on the bottom of your feet, you're going to end up on your rear end a whole bunch. Also, you want to go down this trail, and you don't want to come over here because this is private property. And I see a beware of dog signs. I don't know if they're pulling your leg or if they're serious, but it looks like this is private property and you don't want to get tangled up in trespassing. And it looks like we have another grain movement to the, I'm going to say to the east here. Let me, so I can get a better look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5 units on the head end of that grainer. I don't know if they have it. Actually, that's not a grainer. That's a mixed manifest. Okay, making a little more sense. I know it's a bunch of hopper cars there, and I thought it was gonna be a grainer, but I spotted a tank car there, so it's got a mixed manifest. I don't know if they put all the power up front. They got anything on the DPU or for a DPU on the end of the train there? Can't say for sure. It looks like they're slowing down for the signal, so we might not get a chance to find out. But like I said, stay out of this portion of the land. This is private property, and you don't want to go down this. So we'll see you back at the car for just a quick note about some spikes that I put on the bottom of my shoes to head in on that eastward trail this time of year. Well, I hope you guys can forgive my mess here, but if you're going to go down that eastbound trail that I was talking about, these are spikes I put on the bottom of my feet, because when you're carrying a bunch of gear, and if you end up on your backside, I guarantee it's going to hurt and hurt bad. So you want to wear traction devices on your feet so you don't hurt yourself, and this is what I've been wearing the last couple weeks. I wouldn't recommend walking down that trail until the ground thaws out. You get that inch of ice off the ground, and whatever snow's on top of it, that needs to melt there, unless you have some sort of traction device for your feet, because you got to stay safe and stay healthy. And these obviously they keep you upright. They're going to help you out a bunch. One important note: I took Cheney Spokane Road out of Cheney, and I went north and east, and as you're heading up the road there, you're going to head up about 3 or 4 miles, and then you need to look for South Myers Park Road, and you just want to hang a right. If you're coming out of Cheney, just hang a right onto that street and follow that straight up to the parking lot here. And park your car, make sure you have your pass out. Put it up on your rear view mirror if you have a rear view mirror, and you should be good to go. How's it going, everybody? This is John. We're back at the Home 20 here in Pullman. I just realized after I got in from my car there last night that I didn't add a comment section or question section like I had said I would at the beginning of this video. I didn't include any of that information, so I decided to write down a couple comments and questions, and we'll add this little addendum to the video. Let's start with Drew Mitchum. Drew Mitchum writes about the location that I was talking about, aka Fish Lake. That'd be correct, Drew. This is in the area of Fish Lake, so you are right about that. Adam Hinkle writes, I wonder if there are any gluten-free trains. Well, I do believe there might be 1 or 2 gluten-free trains that would probably come in the form of oil or coal. Georgie Lee writes, how did you get this angle? Can you perhaps shed some GPS help? Sure, Georgie Lee. I think towards the end of this video I included just a little instruction on how to reach the Columbia Plateau Trail State Park. And Ralph Mansfield writes, that looks like a great spot for videos or just watching. And I have to agree with you, Ralph. It is. It is a good spot. Kevin Mabe writes, and forgive me if I butchered the last name here, but he writes, is this location, is it south of Sprague, Washington? Well, Kevin, it is actually west of Spokane. It's probably, I'd say, about 10 miles west of Spokane. And about 3, maybe 4 miles east of Cheney. So now that I finished up this addendum, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to send any questions or comments about the spot. And also, if you want to see more videos regarding the locations that I shoot from, let me know and I'll see what I can do. This is John, signing off.